What up? What up? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I hear you, but gotta get my Bluetooth together. Dang, you can hear me?
Yep. Just a little midday conversation, everybody. Hopefully, we'll have some people join in a little bit.
Hey, sir.
Hey there.
Okay, I'm all good now. I had to go in the stream, guys, so I could connect my Bluetooth. I didn't have my Bluetooth at first.
Okay. All right. How your day going so far, bro?
Oh, it's going good, at work.
That's
How
what's
your
up.
day going?
It's going good. I can't complain. Hey, I'm amongst the living, so I'm good.
I know that's right.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Well, we had to
Oh
figure
yeah.
out this midday conversations we be having be dope.
Yep. For sure, though.
I,
For sure. For sure.
I hear a little
Yeah.
echo on my end. I don't know if it's me.
Oh no, you good. I can hear you pretty
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We like we
So
was just
what you
talking
what you?
about. Go ahead.
Oh no. Go ahead. What was you saying?
Like we was just talking about with that video I was saying with the Chinese lady that was going off on
Mm-hmm.
Kamala Harris, and then
Yeah.
you know it's just crazy because she gave them $26 billion basically with that bill they passed for Asian Americans, and they still not they still not voting for her. I
Yep.
thought that was it interesting.
Me too. Yep. She gave them 26 billion, and
Hmm.
she still
Gave them
uh
26 billion, for that Asian hate crime bill. It's crazy they get something tangible, but then, I bet you one thing, the way that Barack Obama and Michelle came out for black people, they ain't gonna come at them Asian people like that.
they ain't gonna come at them Asians like that. Hey, they came out trying to chastise, you know, the blacks and tell them that, yeah, y'all need to get in line, but ain't nobody got that smoke for them Asians, you know?
at all. So it just make you wonder how they feel so comfortable coming at black people like that. Like we owe them our vote. Like we can't see
Exactly.
the difference and what been going on.
But again, like I said, you know, the more that they go against Trump, that's why, when I was telling you earlier, like black people can align with that of weaponizing the system, and black men can see that now with what's going on with Trump. That's why they align uh, um, more say with Trump than the other party, because I mean they're not even Trump, so they're using the weaponizing of their power to do that, and they've been doing that through systematically. So that's why you have black people that align more so with Trump. Not only that, it's just the economy. I mean, the economy is just whether they want to say it or not. I feel like we already in a recession. You know, they just not saying it, but
Hmm.
yeah. So
Exactly.
that's the part that is just people just seeing, and they just are, because you can't tell me what my bank account is like. Michelle Obama, no matter how much they bring out Michelle, Beyonce, all these celebrities, they cannot align with the black. They can't align with us.
Right.
You know,
And like you
they
like
they
you were
have
saying,
they. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
like you were saying, like with Trump, how they targeted him and weaponizing the judicial system. Black people can resonate with that because they do the same thing to us. You know, and
Hmm.
it's just ironic that, oh, okay, you want us to focus so much on racism, but we see you doing this to a wealthy white man, and how y'all weaponize the judicial system to target him is just it's a split image on how y'all do it with us. So in any event, we could read. It's just I find it very condescending that they would even try to, tell us we owe, like we done been uh loyal to the Democratic Party as a collective for 60 years, and they ain't never did nothing but you know uh give us empty promises. Like we
Yep.
can't see the read between the lines of what's going on in front of us.
Right. Yep. And that's why I'm like, at this point, and you got a lot of people that's saying, like, well, what do I got to lose? Even if I go to the other side and vote, what do I have to lose? You understand? Like, what
Hmm.
do I have to lose? So, yeah, I think for the most
Yeah.
part, people are just opening up their eyes, and they waking up. And like we were saying earlier, like social media is the biggest platform that has really been helping, get the message out. But again, you see how they are trying to um, basically take away our First Amendment rights slowly but surely, because you notice you got to use certain, you know, uh, abbreviations. You gotta say AB. You can't say, you gotta say unalive. It's certain things you can't say, which is again.
Okay. Yeah. Like, my bad says, I'm at work.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Like,
But yeah,
yeah, yeah. Its censorship is like through the roof. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's one thing that they want to do. They want to control social media so they can control the narrative. because people are waking up, and it's largely due to platforms like YouTube or TikTok, Instagram. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I sent you something earlier too. Um, with just to switch the subject with Drea, they got a clip on Instagram. What's that? Justice Sport. They had a clip of
Mm-hmm.
Drea on there. She was on there, and they got her doing an interview somewhere, basically saying like, "Oh yeah, Kels was good father, and he never did anything. He never abused my children, nothing. He was always, a great dad." And it's like, okay, let me copy that and send that because see, soon as she got mad, she wanted to change her mind. But see, that's the power of social media. Once you put it in the universe, it's recorded, so we can go back and fact
Mm-hmm.
check a lot of these people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's true. Because, but that's a typical scorn person,
Hmm.
and it's a typical person that, if it's all about money, and um people are saying do anything for that, and sometimes to keep they self out of, they'll rather sell somebody else out to save their own self, and
Hmm.
so yeah, I mean we could see that with Trump, like just how we able to go back and see, they call this man racist, but we able to just go back and look at clips, when he was, you know, kicking it with Oprah, and a lot of Steve
Hmm.
Harvey, Whoopi Goldberg, the View,
Yeah.
Rosa Parks. I mean, we can. People are so once it's put out there in the universe, it's always the receipts, and he don't. He never throw that up. He never say, "Oh, I've helped this and I've helped that." He don't have to say anything because it really shows what he has done. And believe it or not, when people say, "Oh, well, what have he done for the black people?" Well, he helped. I mean, when he passed the First Step Act, like that literally was a big portion, a majority of our people, because, like we were just talking about weaponizing, the government weaponizing the system. I mean, it was a lot of men that was, freed from that First Step Act, black men.
Hmm.
So he was able to bring fathers back into the homes, brothers, sons back into the homes. So when they
Hmm.
say he hasn't done anything, he has. He's done more than the party that we've been so dedicated to for years.
Exactly. And they had nothing but
Hmm.
blind loyalty. But like you said, he go back and fact check everything, and people, if they do their own research, ain't got to take our word for it. It's documented. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of
Hmm.
social media. It's a gift and a curse, but you know I, I really am happy and elated to see so many people waking up, especially young people. We ain't gonna reach everybody, but a lot of young people, they definitely waking up and spreading the message. And at some point, you got to realize the definition of insanity: continuing to do the same thing, expecting different results.
Exactly. Exactly. That's true.
Mhm. Yeah, but I love this. We got midday conversations. You know, um, so we be having some dope conversations that we really need to get people to engage in. And it's just our first time doing this one. I think this will be like a weekly thing that we do. You know,
Yep. 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 I agree, bro. Cause hey, we gonna see. Come. We only got a few more days to election time, but like I said, we really gotta just pray that guys will be done in this election. And I'm praying that his
Absolutely.
will is for Trump to get back in office. And I think for the most part, I think people we just feel like we're losing our country. We feel like we've lost the country. And not to say that Trump is the saving grace for the company, I mean, for the country, excuse me. But I feel like he's trying to make progress. You understand? Like he's trying to progress. And I just know when he was in office in 2016, regardless of all the rhetoric and what they was, saying and the media was using, like people was financially they were better off up on the Trump. And I think that's the most part that people are just looking at. And then, like we talked about all these different laws and stuff that's being passed, and a lot of people don't understand, and they don't try to understand because they're so devoted to one party, and instead of just looking at the options and the policies with both parties. Like I said, for me, Trump's policies align more with me and my family traditionally. you know um we wasn't up, in war when Trump was in office, which has a big impact on the money. You know what I'm saying? Like it impacts our household when we go to war because everything goes up. And so I just hope Trump. I hope he get back in office. I really do.
Yeah, me too. I mean, if you look at the polls right now, he killing the polls right now. You know, he
He
killing
killing
the
the polls.
polls.
That's early voting, but they moving so shisty until
They is, dog.
they just moving so shisty. You burning ballot boxes and Republican areas, like like they
Right.
move some shisty stuff going on. So like they say, don't count your business before they hatch. But I really
Mm-hmm.
believe that Trump is going to win the election. My thing is them not trying to steal it from him or take it from him. Because based on the numbers with
Exactly.
early voting, and a lot of people are doing early voting because they want to make sure their votes are cast, and they want to see, an update on the polls, because that's what tells us. We go to, certain media sites. It shows us like the polling and who's ahead in this state, and so yeah. But then November the 5th is gonna
Mm-hmm.
be that. It's gonna be that day that's gonna pretty much tell everything. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we waiting on November 5th. But I know you. I got out and voted early Sunday, and you went and did your voting today. So you got it
Mm-hmm.
out the way. I encourage other people that may catch this to go ahead. If you plan on voting, get out early, get it out the way, go in person. Cause like Sis just said, they doing a lot of mischievous things with the ballots. They burning the ballots in Republican areas. It's like people just can't, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just make this a fair campaign for presidency. And if whoever lose, whoever lose. I mean, but I think the people have spoken. Like that rally at NYC was off the chain, and we were just talking about the comedian that came on there, and I guess he must have made a joke about you know uh of Puerto Rican people or whatever. They trying to blame it on Trump, and I'm like, how sensitive has society got? Well, we sitting up here,
Mm-hmm.
uh, where comedians can't even tell jokes without people trying to make it something, blow it out of proportion. I mean, comedians make jokes about short people, tall people, skinny people, fat. They make jokes about all kinds of people, But society has
Mm-hmm.
been so desensitized and so overly sensitive to everything. Now they trying to say it was a Nazi rally and all. Come on, man! You got 40,000 people in attendance, and what was known to be a blue state in New York. I mean,
Uh-huh.
that in itself should be, noticed.
But it's the selective outrage for what they want to have it for. Because mind you, when they keep making this about race, I mean, you don't think the black comedians, the Hispanic comedians, all comedians, they joke about other races. So do we take that and you like it just be the hypocrisy, you know? Because we want to you mind you, this man is a comedian. Okay. Trump didn't say that. This guy's a comedian. So, it's just the typical, bias towards I mean, to come out, I mean, just saying the Democratic Party, they've been, if you they make jokes, racist jokes about Trump all the time, you know, calling him the orange man and calling, and other people too. But yet and still, we want to get in our feelings and pick on certain little things, but yet and still, it's being done every day. Like people, and I'm like, we gotta stop that. We really do. But of course, when people feel a certain way and how they feel about Trump, it's gonna always be um, some type of backlash just because they just don't because they just don't like him. You know, it's all in who you like. That's crazy though.
Yes, don't mind me. I'm get my little work on. But yeah, that's crazy how they doing all that. And the ballot box and it's always the Republican side. It never really seems to be it's the Democrats that come up with all that, the different shaming tactics, and they try to cheat, but they always try to paint it like it's the Republican Party though doing all this. He gonna be a threat to democracy. But where's the democracy? Y'all didn't even vote y'all candidate in. Just
Exactly. Exactly.
ain't
Well,
no.
if he was gonna be a threat to democracy, he could have went after Hillary Clinton when he was in office. But he said he didn't want to do that because of, he wouldn't do that because of just the way, he didn't want to put anything else out there like negative as if he was weaponized, you know what I'm saying? Weaponizing his position because he really could have went after Hillary Clinton, but he didn't. But yet and
He
still,
did.
they're trying to, yeah. But they doing the same thing that he didn't do to them. They're trying to do to him. So it's like this whole democracy and dictatorship and all this other stuff that they keep saying whenever they dictating what we do now. You look at the media, if that ain't dictatorship, because if you got people that still on voting Democrat, it's a lot of times, majority of it is because the mainstream media and what has been put out for years and years and years.
Yeah, absolutely. And shout out to Queen Isimo, what up, sis? Lexington. Man, yeah, we doing the midday live. We be having some good conversations, so we decided to go live with it and share with you guys what some of the stuff we be talking about during the middle of the day. And we're gonna start trying to do this more often. But yeah, it's it's insane, the level of I mean what levels they won't go to is really the question because when you think about all the things that they have done to keep this man out of office, from using weaponizing the judicial system against him, they using all type of mainstream media propaganda to this man Hitler and all this, and trying to take him out. Trying to assassinate the man. I mean, what won't they do? Now they burning ballot boxes. Like, come on, you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? That should
Yep.
be signs and symbols to the conscious mind that it's a reason that they don't want this man in office. Now, what's the reason?
Mhm. What is the reason?
I
That's
mean,
the mission. What is the reason? Because me and you and Nissimo, we was like chopping it up. We kind of know what the reason is. We kind of know,
hmm
and we got an
yeah, we
idea of
know.
why. Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's true.
Yeah, we know. It's a lot of shady activity going on, and a lot of stuff I really don't want to get into right about now. But what I would encourage
Mm-hmm.
people to do is go over there to Candace Owens and listen to that last live what she did with that guy yesterday, and it just exposes a lot. You know,
Sure
and
do.
people be thinking like
Yep.
a lot of these politicians, they got some real similar backgrounds that are very shaky. You know what I'm saying, to say the least. And when we talk about
Yep.
different government programs that are breeding politicians, and then a lot of these people not even a more American born or American raised. So how can you have people that are not even really citizens of this nation, you know, be in positions to run this nation? You
Hmm.
know,
Yep.
it's
That's true.
the Judge Joe Brown been saying it for a long time. A lot of stuff is
Yeah.
just not coming to light. You know,
Yep. He been saying that. And again, Candace, when she brought out that whole Kamala whole background, you know, and she been touching on that for a while now. And it's been very interesting as to the things that's really coming out that the mainstream media ain't showing. You know, they're not talking about that. So the information that we get pertaining to this candidate, we have to get it off of social media. Wherein, if it was Trump, it'll be all in the mainstream media. Every media station would have been picked that up.
yep, there go the bias right there.
Yep. You
So
notice they don't
you
hardly
know,
talk about Tim's allegations either. I was just looking at what Lexington said,
yeah,
put in the chat, and that's true. Yep.
absolutely. They sweep
So
that
they
right up
hiding
under the
that.
rug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what they do. Just look at how they trying to come at people that they want to target. They coming at Kales and Diddy, but you got Charlemagne sitting up there. He rolling with y'all, but he got his own allegations that y'all sweep under the rug because he's with y'all agenda. So people not stupid. Like if y'all picking and choosing who y'all want to target, not saying that I want y'all to do anything to nobody, but it's just the biasness that you can't even explain. Like how you target one but not the other, and they got the same allegation. You know what I'm saying? And y'all
Well,
using the machine.
mm-hmm. Yep. But you got to think about too.
Yeah.
I told you a lot of them own the station. So Charlemagne, just like we look at CNN, MSNBC, all those networks, these people are being paid to push that propaganda. Because I told you, all of them are entertainers. They come in to do a
Mm-hmm.
job, put their information out, but behind closed doors, they vote for Trump. You can't
Mm-hmm.
tell me no different. They push
I
the they,
believe that.
they push the propaganda, but they all vote for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Charlemagne,
when JD,
what's his name
yep,
uh Shannon Sharp, Um,
Yep.
what's the other guy? The sports journalist.
Stephen
Uh,
Smith. Stephen A. Smith.
yeah, Stephen A. Smith. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they you can't tell me them Negroes they voting for Trump because they sit up there and basically they basically sit up there and tell you,
Well, you
yeah,
can tell with
if I don't get to you, yeah,
yeah. You
I'm
can tell
saying,
with Charlemagne though, cause he flip flop. You know, one minute and again their views are not the the on the Breakfast Club. You know, they used to have so many views on the Breakfast Club, but you got a lot of the audience now that are saying how biased their station is because you notice now they start bringing like Republicans on there and you know, but they don't have the same smoke that they have with you know they like that they have with the Republican Party that as to the Democrat Party. You know, you notice how they but
hmm
everyone that they bring on shut every Republican that they bring on the Breakfast Club shut them down every time you know. And you notice they'll
yeah,
give the Democrat the softball question, but then the Republicans they want to drill them, but you can't drill them when you don't know, you know what I'm saying, the policies and you don't know anything, and it just make the Breakfast Club look dumbed down in actuality, you know,
yeah,
because
yeah.
yeah,
It
so
almost look it almost looks strategic. Like it's like, all right, we gonna make ourselves look dumb down so he can, get his message out. You know what I'm saying? And make the left look even crazier. Because the talking points, like even with Angela Rye, like you said, when Byron Donalds was on there, man, her look like a complete idiot. You know?
like he brought receipts. And she didn't want to, she wanted to change the subject. You notice that's just how they do on the mainstream media. When JD Vance on there and he be giving them that work, they want to change it to something else. They want to change the the topic. But now but when you ask him a question and when he answer it and you try to cross him up, you can't cross him up. And then they end up wanting to let me just change the subject. Because they don't want to, they don't want the people to know
Mm,
what's really going on. That's why I like JD Vance. I bet they won't bring him on the Breakfast Club. I bet you they
no,
won't bring him
they
on
made
there.
a mis-
They
they, they made a mistake with Vic Ramaswamy and Byron Donalds. They made a mistake with them, so you know they ain't gonna call JD.
hmm
Yeah, let me see what Lex said here. He's like, yeah, but Vicky Diller is pretty good with the information. She spoke up for Miss Kelly in the debate against Misha. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to Vicky Diller. Talk black to me. I love you.
yes. Oh, and Angela Stanton King too. That's true. Yep.
Yeah,
Queen Nisimo.
Lisa Mo say we got to give a
Shout
shout
out
out
to
to
her
Angela
too.
Stanton. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's another person that Trump looked out for. That and she
He
stands
pardoned her
tall
too.
with. Yeah, he pardoned her. That's a black woman that pardoned her out of jail. But he ain't never did nothing for black people. But he done pardoned her. He done pardoned Lil Wayne. He done pardoned Kim Patrick out there in Detroit. Kodak Black. I mean, the list go on and on. Some of your favorite black celebrities. So he done gave, Michael Jackson a place to stay and supported him when he was going through his trials and tribulations. But who was over there, you know, um, trying to throw him under the bus? Your girl Kamala Harris, but she's so black. It just don't make no sense.
hmm And the only thing she run on is reproductive rights. I'm so sick of that because you know I say we got this white man over here who they call the orange man trying to save our babies while you vote for this lady to unalive yours.
Hmm. Exactly. We sitting up here trying to say this lady black, and that's why we should vote for her off of identity politics when she didn't even choose to marry a black man. And that's her prerogative. But don't preach to black people like we supposed to sit up there and have some type of, loyalty on a black card for her when she ain't even choose to marry nobody black and procreate with a black man. Like I said, that's her
Hey,
prerogative. But I just find it ironic and very hypocritical for people to want to use identity politics in the black card when they find it suitable for them. Um,
cause they've
we
been
all
so
black.
comfortable for doing it. Yeah, they've been so comfortable doing it for years. That's why they just
Yep.
thought this time they thought. But I told you, I believe they kind of knew. That's why they was a lot. That's why they left that border open because they know that they were going to be replacing the votes because in some states they trying to get it where illegals can vote this term. You understand? So they know that how the economy was. You know, we a lot of people was not in favor of the Biden administration, so they thought they could make grounds up with uh the migrant the illegal votes because they probably felt that a lot of blacks wouldn't be voting this year. But they underestimated because the whole while that they was doing this, a lot of black people was doing their research and they already had in mind what the candidate that they was gonna vote for. But see, they didn't think that because they so used to the black vote. They used to us carrying them every 4 years, and we've been
Yep.
so loyal, and we don't. There's nothing that we get in return. You cast your vote, they beg for your vote. You want? I ain't never seen no Republican come knocking on the door, but every 4 years the Democrats here, calling you, begging for the vote, but then you give them the vote and they don't give you nothing, and it be laws
No.
passed up on us that we don't even realize that we basically voted in, so we can't complain.
Hmm. Exactly. Then sit up there when you wake up and you find out, hey, this ain't. I want to change my political stance because I want to vote in my own best interest. They use different shaming tactics to be like, nigga, you better get back on this Democratic plantation. If you don't,
Mm-hmm.
we gonna make it seem like you hate black women. If you don't get back on this Democratic plantation by high noon, nigga, you know we gonna ostracize you.
Yeah, yeah. Castrate you too. You know,
Yeah,
we finna castrate you, Negro. Mm-hmm.
like
That's
damn.
true. We can't
Can we have a man?
think.
Right. But like you said earlier, sir, just like when black people learn to read, but they didn't want us to learn how to read.
No, no, they'll
And
kill
back in
you.
the day,
Back in the day.
they'll
Yep.
kill you if you learn how to read. And now it's like, it's the same thing. If you learn how to be politically literate and understand your place in society and demand more because we deserve. We've been in here over 500 years. And you got other
Mm-hmm.
groups of people y'all giving all these resources to over us when we built this nation.
Yep.
But and then y'all don't give us anything and think we're supposed to continue to vote for our own at our own detriment. Come on. I mean,
Hey, they don't give us
it's
nothing but heartache and pain. They give you that.
exactly. Yeah,
They
they
give
give
you
you
that
a lot
now.
of that. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the Democratic
Yeah.
Party is solely responsible for the desperation in black communities. They are the ones that are solely responsible for the devastation in the black community. You
Yep.
know, I mean, you can't sit up here and they the ones that make all the empty promises. The Republican Party ain't never promised us nothing, so I don't really expect nothing from them. But the Democratic Party, on the other hand, every year they make these empty promises and then sit back and act like when you ask questions, you wrong for wanting to know. wanted to look into another party or become an independent, which I consider myself at this point.
No,
But I mean, this is crazy.
it is. It really is, bro. It's crazy. But you know what? The good thing about the new generation, the upcoming generation, the younger generation, they are already put on game. Like I'm telling you, Trump got a
Hmm.
lot of the ages between the what Kamala called them. You know what did she call them? Stupid,
She
plain
called them a
stupid.
bunch of idiots or something.
Some of that nature.
Idiots or something.
Hmm. Plain stupid or something. She called them. But you got the younger people are aligning with Trump because you have a lot of, whether you know it or not, entrepreneurs at the age of 18, 16. You know? And what I'm saying is uh, uh, they are aligning with Trump because Trump is a businessman and a lot of them they know that they were able to be successful during COVID because those PPP loans and different things. So they can align more with Trump because they felt like with Trump, their business was financially flourishing, and just a lot of business owners. Period. You know, so Trump he reaching a magnitude of people. Trump has the personality. Trump can connect with people. Trump can talk to you without a telephone. Not only that, Trump ain't fake. What you see is what you get from him. And I think that's why a lot of people align more with him too, because he's not fake. They consider Kamala to be just fake. You know, she's not being her real self, and I think people are just over the fluff from fakeness. You know, we noticed when the Obamas come up there with their family, and they put on this show, and they, and people are aligned. They align with they, thinking, oh well, but now they saying we don't need that fluff no more. We need the real. Trump thing about Trump, he gonna keep it real with you. He gonna keep it real with us, and I think that's why people are aligning with Trump as well.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, our people, black people, we resonate with reality. We can't resonate with nobody sitting up there. You better thank a union member and all that old, pandering and all this old.
Yeah.
you you make collard greens in the bathtub, man. We can't. It's like, who is this? Black people are real people. We resonate with real people, realness. You know what I'm saying? So Trump, is real. We know what we expect, what we can expect from him. And then another thing is he's been the president before, like you said, and we were doing better. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And people can remember it wasn't that long ago. I think although we had the worst presidency, I think we've seen since I don't know who was worse, Biden and Harris or George Bush W. I don't know who was worse, but I'm still
Well,
trying to flip a coin on that. What you say?
I gotta go with Biden and Harris to be the word. I'm sorry. The reason I say that because it's like now we can see, like even back then with George W. Bush when he was running for president, it wasn't just what we're seeing now. It's like the corruption is right in front of us. Like they don't even care. And I think that's what I mean, from me and what I can see, like the border wasn't just wide open. It's like now, if they were giving migrants illegal, I mean, giving them funding, and like it's like now, it's like during this time, y'all doing it after COVID. Like I said, our country has already been like at a standstill, and people have been, haven't really been able to get over the impact that COVID had on the American people. And so it's like now, people are trying to just make they trying to just make an everyday living, and everything that they making is going into the bills, the taxes, everything is going up. So, but then we're seeing these migrants like just getting all of our resources. Like, I mean, they don't have no type of solution to say, well, you know what, the economy is at stake. Here's some type of little, um, some type of relief. They ain't giving us nothing. So it's like I don't think under the Bush administration that was going on.
Yeah,
If
I
it
got to
was,
agree
it
with
just
you.
wasn't.
I
I
got to
just ain't
agree.
never seen it this bad.
Yeah, I never seen it this bad either, so I got to agree. You know what I'm saying? So George Bush was bad, but and we always had a immigration illegal immigration issue in this country. I mean, who doesn't? But to this degree and to this extent, I've never seen or never
Hmm.
heard, not only in this nation or any other nation, where they just let anybody come over willy. I mean, you can't preserve a nation that way. You can't maintain a healthy nation. Like you got all these people coming over here unvetted. We don't know their affiliation. We don't know if they have any health issues, if they have any airborne diseases or whatever. We don't know anything about these people. Then you dumping them off in already impoverished neighborhoods and other neighborhoods that
Hmm.
they haven't been readjusted or went through the process to learn about our society. And then and now are we already struggling as a nation? And then now the little bit of resources that we do have to go around, now they being stretched even thinner. No, I've never seen nobody, and you
Mm-mm.
did a horrible job as the vice president. That's like you the assistant manager at Walgreens. Why would I promote you
Yep.
to be the head manager if you did a horrible job as the assistant manager? You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Why would we
That's
elect
it.
this lady to be the president as she did a horrible job at the border czar? We ain't even see this lady. Now she out here cackling every 5 seconds.
Well, too, the assistant manager has just as much say as the manager. Because they're basically fill-ins. If a manager's out, that's what the assistant manager steps up and they fulfill the duties. But she and again, Biden basically said she had this, just as much say as he had with certain, with certain things that had been passed. She was tiebreakers for some of the laws. And she
Hmm.
she she had she was delegated, and she was delegated to be the border czar, and she didn't even do that correctly. Like she turned a blind eye on the border. You know, they
Yeah.
intentionally left that border open.
Yeah, that was intentional. There's no way that you can have over 20 million or close to 20 million people come across the border and it wasn't by, design. That right there being in itself is inexplainable. And then you got people where we were sending Nishimo sent us the link that one time when we watching where the House of Representatives were interviewing that guy that was a patrol on the border, and he was saying he got direct orders from Kamala
Kamala and
to
Biden.
leave it open.
Hmm.
Yeah, they told the
But
man to do that. So,
but you notice they did not question her on them interviews with that. That was huge. They didn't ask her
yeah,
those questions.
they didn't ask them hard questions, and
Mm-mm.
that's another thing. How you want to be the the president of the United States, and you have to go and meet with other world leaders? These other world leaders, they are ruthless. You know what I'm saying? These leaders,
Hmm.
they don't take no mess. And we gonna sit up there and send her as our representation for the United States of America? Like, come on now,
Yeah.
people. You know what I'm saying? Let's be for real.
But I told you she ain't gonna be. Man, I told you that lady don't want to run for president. I think she is put in that position. She ain't finna be making no decisions. I told you before, I think somebody else is running things. So she won't be making any decisions. She would just be the face for the people. But the way she
Hmm.
ain't finna make, ain't no way they finna allow her to go meet
It's
no
a
world
yeah,
leaders. Uh-uh.
yeah. She a puppet. She a puppet with a hand up her back. Somebody controlling
Mm-hmm.
her, and that's just what that is. But the question is, who is controlling her? Because I agree. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
she want to be president. I
No.
think that she's being used as a tool because they know they could dictate to her whatever. Like with Trump, he gonna stand his own. He gonna stand on his 1-2. He ain't gonna let nobody tell him what to do. He gonna do what he want to do. But with her, they gonna have free reign to do whatever they want to do.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yep. But with Trump, they
So,
can't
yeah,
they
Queen.
can't pull that over because Trump. Go ahead, bro.
Hmm. Oh no, I was just gonna read Nisimo, but you go comment, but you go here, sis.
Yeah, no, I was like, that's something they know that Trump is for the American people. And Trump, like he said before, like, I'm just in the way. They really, they after the American people, but he's standing in the way to protect. And I believe that. I honestly believe that. Trump don't bend no knee for nothing. Trump is he's a leader. He's a
Absolutely.
leader.
Yeah, she said Jay Taylor and Mika wants to interview Kamala Harris right now. We have some questions. Man, I'm
I'm
telling
trying to
you,
tell you.
we have some questions for old Kamala. You know what I'm saying? Well, we ain't gonna disrespect you.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna call you by
Mm-mm.
your name, but hey, I'm just saying we got questions. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think I think this is, to me, from what I'm seeing, it's looking like a landslide as far as popularity goes, the popular vote, and Trump winning in all the swing states. So that was very
That
instrumental. If you notice, he's been running a magnificent campaign and has been targeting those swing states. And he been going. He ain't been wherever he really know he got it. He ain't been too much focused on because he know they good. But like Pennsylvania's gonna be huge. You know, you know, Oregon and the rest of them states, they know what it is. But I'm really impressed by his campaign. Like we were saying the other day about his team, they coming out strong. Now,
mm-hmm.
just give me your thoughts on this. Is with Kamala, with her last rally in Texas, with bringing Beyonce out there, then they had a huge turnout, but they had Beyonce there and Kelly, and then she ended up getting, Kamala came on later, ended up getting booed and all that chaos that be going on.
Well, I told you before, like at this point, they just desperate. And I think for the most part, you bring Beyonce up there, and that's what I'm saying. They bring these celebrities out, but Beyonce didn't AB her babies. And her mama didn't AB her. So how can you come out here and tell us anything about reproductive rights? But again, they feel like because those are
Yeah,
celebrities, they have huge following followers that they can just sell you anything without realizing these people keeping their kids. You think she trying to AB what she feel like in the near future gonna be a billionaire? But yet and still she
yeah.
coming on the
And
stage. That Go ahead, bro.
I absolutely love Beyonce. I absolutely love Beyonce. I think she looked beautiful. She as she get older, she's looking better. And I think Beyonce is a great talent. But girl, how you gonna come up here talking about you're not here as a celebrity, you here as a mother and all this old carrying on. Like you said, sir, you kept all your babies. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna
Mm-hmm.
come out here lecturing about all this here we need to highlight that because she said that for a reason. She said that for a
Mm-hmm.
specific reason. You know what I'm saying? To say she came out there as the mother. But the only thing you standing on as a mother in this election is the right to kill babies with abortions.
To
I mean
AB,
ABs,
yep,
my
to
bad.
AB babe. Yep, yep, yep. To see, that's what I'm talking about right there. You see how you censor? You can't even say that. You
Right.
gotta say on the line,
Yeah,
Yeah. Can't even speak your truth. Yeah. But yeah, I agree. Like that's just like I was telling my daughter, I was talking to her and we was talking about like the celebrities and sexy red and the different, but I'm like, the Democratic Party, they try and use these you know um these young rappers, artists, and Sexy Red, she kept all both of her kids. Like stop using that because all black, what I'm saying, women, young women, like we keep our babies, but it's I tell you, I don't know. That's just something that they've for a while just you know and I feel like that is her assignment. I feel like that's an assignment for her. Like that was an agenda. She was delegated that. You could tell because when you look back on like when she wasn't pushing no you know reproductive rights and all this. I think she had she was delegated to push that, and that's all she's been pushing. So it's just crazy though, for real. What up, J Rock? I think Jeff just he might be having some technical difficulties. I'm sure he'll come back up in just a minute. He must have dropped off. But yeah, y'all, this gonna be one heck of an election. I just hope that we the people just get out and vote and do the right thing to make a difference. I don't give a flip. If you got to take your neighbors, take whoever you got to take, don't got no ride, get them to go out and vote. Because I think that this election right here, they trying to take it. I really feel like they trying to take it from up on the Trump, but I don't believe it's gonna happen.
oh yeah, most definitely. Shout out to J Rock in the chat. What up, bro? Yeah, yeah, I agree. But yeah, we got to give Lexington and J Rock some wrenches. I'm trying. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know how to
I'll
do
make
that.
sure. No, I got you. I'll go in and do it. I'll make sure
Okay.
give them let them be a moderator. Yep, sure will.
Yeah. Yeah. Most definitely.
But yeah,
Yeah. They
but
all
you
have
know
an
what?
agenda.
It's just showing you too, bro. Like when you really think about it, they bring out celebrities we ain't seen Spike Lee. We ain't seen Spike Lee, and I don't know Spike Lee, Eminem,
Right. Where he
Samuel
come from?
Jackson. I'm saying to myself, like, are y'all on that list? Like, what's going on? Cause like
Right.
a lot of y'all coming out endorsing, and I don't know if you just think that that's really gonna make a difference in the votes. They're gonna show you how they feel like they got so much control over us through celebrities. It's sad
Exactly.
though, like, and you got a lot of people that do. They really like those followers. They go with whoever they like. And if this person is pushing this, then yeah, I'm gonna vote this way. But it just ain't working in their favors because with them polls and what them polls is showing is different. And when you look on social media, I'm just so proud of our black men. I'm so proud of black women. I'm just so proud of us that's waking up, bro. The other ones we just got to pray for and hope, that they do wake up soon. But for the ones that have, man, I'm really proud of them. Cause it go to show you the way they try to make us look like we uneducated and we just every year they got our vote on lock, and that ain't happening. even down to the Latinos, bro. Like them, they going hard for Trump.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Latinos they going in too. You know, it's
Yeah.
like people see the difference, and when people go to the different rallies and you report to the people, they report what their experience has been. Like with the Kamala Harris rallies, it just seemed like it's a bunch of confusion and everybody angry and they supposed to be the
Mm-hmm.
people of joy. What happened to all the joy they was talking about when they came on the scene? It
That
ain't no
Jordan
joy no more.
child. Mm-mm. That
Yeah,
joy gone.
that joy gone.
Uh-huh. She done that. She can't run off that joint no more because that it's showing in them interviews. When she go in there, she have them tough interviews. Ain't no joy in them. It don't be no joy with her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we got noobs in the building too. What up, noobs? I want to give him a rinse too. Yeah. What up, noobs? Yeah.
Hey, news.
With all the celebrities they brought out, J. Ross say, why didn't the Harris campaign try to get Ice Cube? They knew not
Hmm.
to. They knew not to holler at Ice Cube. Ice Cube about that anything tangible for the people. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
They knew
you.
that. Now that's another
Well,
thing. You know what?
well, why would you
Go
want to?
ahead,
Why
sis.
would you want to get ice? Why would you want to get Ice Cube when you slid the red key on him when he asked to meet with y'all? So now you need if you know what I'm saying. But they probably knew not to even take that route with Ice Cube because they already knew. You know, they already knew. So they would have looked like some fools calling him up, trying to get him to endorse Kamala when I called y'all to meet with y'all, I didn't even get a seat at the table. But now you need me. Yeah, I'm glad Ice Cube. I'm glad that he probably saying to himself like, nah, if they even try attempt to call him, it's a no.
Uh huh. Yeah. I mean, but speaking of Ice Cube, he presented the both campaigns with the 500 billion dollar platinum plan for Black people back in the
Sure
last
did.
election. And the
Mm-hmm.
only one that Biden and them, they gave him the cold shoulder and told him we'll get back to you. But Trump was willing to sit down with that man and see if it was something that they could work out. He the only one, the only candidate. While people sitting up there talking about this man racist, this man came with a $500 billion black plan for reparations, basically for Black people. But he willing to work it out with them. And y'all, come on, man. I don't see how
Yeah.
y'all don't understand that this is propaganda in the media that been perpetuated to keep people divided. You know what I'm saying? Everybody feeling the same effects of the economy right now. It ain't just singled out to one specific group of people or a select few. I mean, just look at the difference in the like we were saying with the hurricane, the recent hurricanes that happened. You know what I'm saying? Look at the response of this administration and look at Trump's
Yeah.
response to it. That if that don't sing, I thought that being solved with FEMA didn't have enough money to give to the people of this country, of the American citizens, and them were white people that they denying resources to. Talk about they need to apply for $750 a family, but you sending a hundred and something $billion overseas the next as immediately the next day, but FEMA ain't got the money. But what we paying taxes for as American citizens.
Yeah. Hold on one second, bro.
As,
Okay.
as okay,
Go ahead. I'm finna
exactly.
mute.
Okay, exactly, DC Mo. Like I don't see no alpha male, heterosexual alpha males that could be a Democrat right now. I don't get it. I mean, the stuff that they stand up for. If you a man, if you a heterosexual man, and you a stand up dude, how could you sit? How could you be a Democrat right now? They made it virtually impossible to be a Democrat right now for as a man. Like, I mean, it's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Dudes say they better not call me. I don't. I ain't signing for any of that, those rallies. I know that's right. Right. Then they want to call us stupid. See, that's the thing. The only people that do that are the left, the leftists. They the only ones that get upset when you have a different political viewpoint. They, but if somebody that support Trump go to a Kamala Harris rally, as long as they make it known that they support Trump, they gonna get met with all type of resistance. But somebody that support Kamala Harris could come to a Trump rally and they gonna be treated just like anybody else. They're gonna be like, okay, why you vote that way? Okay, they can have a. It's like the Democrats, uh, you know, the immature adolescents, and the Republican Party are the grown adults. In this election, it's just crazy. And it seems like being a conservative nowadays, being a man that or a woman that values uh strong Christianity beliefs, you are deemed as a radical now. If you think a man is a man and a woman is a woman, you're deemed as some type of extremist now. You're the rebel if you uphold the laws of God. It's insane. You say, news say Democrats are the party of love and inclusion. Doesn't everybody feel the love and inclusion? I beg to differ, man. They came out talking about joy, but the last few times I seen this lady, and notice her rallies always end up with somebody yelling something out or booing, and that lady ain't been looking joyful to me. She been looking angry lately, and she's been aging a lot. I'm like Mika said, I don't think that lady want to be president. She's been put in that position. I believe that she is being dictated to and is trying to sabotage her campaign at this point. Remember when Sonny used to call black men crazy and ridiculous for voting for Trump? Yes, that was insane. Like we the only group of people, and J Rock, man, we were just talking earlier. It's it's a Chinese lady online. She going viral. And they gave Asian American. I don't know if she's Chinese, but she was, Asian. And the lady was going off like Kamala Harris. She had a deep accent. Like, you are stupid. I'm voting for Trump. Asians for Trump. And y'all gave Asian Americans $26 billion. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did something actually tangible for that specific group of people, and they still ain't voting for your stupid ass. They still like all this illegal immigration. Not to say that they were illegal immigrants, but all these, different groups of people that they doing stuff for, they still not gonna come. It's gonna backfire on them. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna vote for them. They see, especially the Latino people, they got strong Catholic beliefs. They believe they don't believe in abortion. They don't believe in transgender and all that. These are conservative people. So when it boils down to it, if they're an informed voter, they are not going to vote for that party. I don't care what kind of, what I'm saying, intangibles you give them. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Elon Musk. We got to give it up. You know what I'm saying, for Elon, most definitely. Right. News says you will be hard pressed to find somebody from a communist country that comes here and votes for Democrats. Exactly. But see, the crazy thing is, they give all these different these foreigners all these different resources and tax us for it. As American citizens, we gotta, because we gotta be accounted for. So our taxes go up, our property taxes go up, inflation goes up. We sending all these people all these resources, and then instead of doing something for the American people, where the money could circulate right here in the country, they give it elsewhere, and then them people turn on them in the end anyway. it backfires on them every time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Trump's trying to do. Everything American made as much as possible, American produced and American sold right here. And drilling for energy, you know what I'm saying? Getting all our oil, we got enough of it right here. We don't have to outsource anywhere else but here. We can go ahead and get everything we need and shop within our country instead of like overseas. Cause like even with the trucking industry, with the rail yards, majority of that freight comes from overseas. So whenever they want to act crazy with us, they can go ahead and cut it off. Now we sitting over here, we got to buy up all the toilet paper because we don't know when they go when China or Taiwan or whoever we into it, we're gonna get out their feelings. But if we produce everything here on American soil, you know what it just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like Trump and them be saying, it's the party of common sense. It's the party of common sense, man. Yes, indeed. Drain the swamp. Checking out some of the comments there. But yeah, we gonna be doing these midday conversations. I appreciate all the family for coming through. I don't even still don't know how to do mine, man, but I'm gonna get with Mika. We gonna hand out some more wrench. Noobs, Lex, J Rock. Appreciate y'all. The Democratic Party has turned into a team. I hope I can win that prize party. Yeah, yeah, man. I'm just interested to see, um, because right now Trump winning in all the swing states, and that was the big deal. A lot of the states that he was having troubles with the last election, he's on top right now, hands down. They got him up by like 30 some points. I don't see how they can even. It's gonna be too big to rig. It's gonna be way too big to rig. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm looking forward to Tuesday. I know we gonna be live. You know, watching the election. I'm gonna have me a bottle of Bel Air. I'm gonna turn my camera on. We gonna kick it. Watch the election. You know, I encourage everybody go out and vote early. I went and voted Sunday. I know Mika says he voted today. So try to get that out the way. You know, they burning. I mean, look at this. They burning ballot boxes. This is the childish stuff that the Democrats do. It ain't nothing but some Democrats sitting up there burning up some ballot boxes. Ain't no conservatives doing nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing but some Democrats out here burning up ballot boxes and carrying on. You know what I'm saying? Right, exactly. They know they full of Trump votes. Trump winning in all states. And that's what I'm saying, man. It's I'm surprised that this is even a question for anybody right now. Like you say, like common sense ain't common. We living in a world right now. Hold on, y'all gotta drop this trailer. I'm at work, but we living in a world right now where this is even a question. And then you got Michelle Obama coming out here talking to like talking to people like, oh, if you vote for Donald Trump, then it's gonna be at the detriment of every woman in your life. And man, lady, if you don't go sit down somewhere with all that, if we don't vote for if we vote for Donald Trump, we voted for the man last. Well, he got in office last time. Ain't no women got hurt. Women wasn't being targeted. Black people didn't go back into slavery. Wasn't none of that going on. So where are you getting this narrative from that if we vote for this man, we doing an injustice to the women in our lives? Like the stuff the crazy stuff that's coming out their mouth is insane. All right, my bad, y'all. Had to drop this trailer right quick and get back in the truck. But yeah, and as far as Kels is concerned, I seen something. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna tell him. Hey Nisi, I sent you the link in your text message. But yeah, I went to vote. When I went to vote, now I voted in Cook County here in Chicago. So when I go to vote, you know what I'm saying. I'm paying attention to all the every box. You know what I'm saying. I get through with the presidential. I get through with the I get through with the Senate, the governor, all that. I get down to the judges here in Cook County, and not mind you where I vote at is largely Democratic. You know what I'm saying? Like we pull up all the signs say vote Democrat. I think that's crazy in itself. But anyway, so I sit up here and I sit up here and look at where the judges at. Now the judges, you know, they got the Supreme Court, the Circuit Court, they got the Appellate Court, all the different courts here. It wasn't nothing but Democrat. It wasn't even an option to vote Republican. So I'm sitting there like I asked the lady, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, that's what I consider myself an independent. You know what I'm saying? But I'm leaning more Republican at this point. But I'm looking at the ballot, and it ain't got nothing but options for Democrat judges. So I called the lady. I'm like, "Yo, this only got Democrats." He's like, "Well, that's the only ones going for those seats, basically." I say, "What?" So I remembered a lot of the names, and I went on ahead and did my research. I was like, so basically, y'all, I can't. So can I submit my ballot without, you know what I'm saying, selecting that? They like, nah, it's gonna be incomplete. You can't submit it. So they basically forcing you to vote Democratic on these judges to complete your ballot. But I'm like, it's cool because I wanted to vote for Trump anyway. But as far as these judges, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't. But long story short, I just went on ahead, finished it, and then I went back and looked online. I was talking to Nisi and Mika, and I did my research, and a lot of those judges was actually Republicans. You know what I'm saying? So, but they just had them listed on the ballot as Democrat. So it's some funny style stuff going on with that. You know what I'm saying? So, because you wouldn't know if you didn't already wasn't aware of these and what they political party was. They all had them all listed as Democrat. That was strange. But I talked to Mika. I think Mika back. Um,
Yeah.
did you
Sorry about that,
did
bro.
when you went to vote? You said it wasn't today. You didn't have that experience.
Oh, no, 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 no. It gave me the option, like as far as like all the Republicans versus like the Democrats, as far as like electing them, uh as far as like the judges and different things. They had, it was a selection of both. Like that's why I'm like, I'm surprised that you didn't have that option whenever you were, casting your vote. But yeah. And then too, when I went there, it gives you like, you have to make sure if y'all haven't went to vote on your ballot, when if you go to the um if you select cast your vote at the little screen, it'll give you like, print you out a ballot, but you might want to make sure it says the candidate that you're voting for, because they were saying so in some states they might select Trump, but then it cast it for Kamala, and
Right.
that's been
Those
verified.
it was flipping. It was flipping back to
Mm-hmm.
Kamala. That was what Bobo didn't know what he was doing.
Oh
Yep.
wow.
Yeah,
We
when they
got
got
we got our
when
sister
they got
Lisa
Bobo out
Mo.
of jail, Bobo didn't know what he was doing. He kind of messed up.
Right. Bobo
Yeah.
tripping. Look. Slipping and tripping. But yeah, that was
So
just interesting to me. But At the end of the day, I think Noob's comment right there say, "Can't you write?" I didn't have an option to write in any names or anything, and man, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know I got to get brushed up on my the judges here in Cook County and who I'm voting for because
Oh yeah, he said make sure you get Tucker Carlson. Yes, that's true. Cause he calling them out.
Yep.
They
Yep.
all
and
they
all that.
calling them
I
all
think that
out
man
because
cool.
they doing some shady crap. They really doing. They messing with them. They messing with those machines because they are saying that those machines are. If you don't pay attention when you hit submit, it flips back, flips to who they wanted to flip it to.
Hmm. Yeah, I double checked that. I definitely did. Because they playing some strange games with this election, and this is way too serious. And it be our people too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, and that be just very disheartening. Because it's like at the end of the day, people got a right to vote for who they want, who they feel is in their best interest. You know what I'm saying? And for people to be doing election interference, if they get caught, I hope they get prosecuted to the furthest extent of the law because that's serious. People
And
vote.
that's the thing. Do you really believe that's going to even happen? I just don't. I'm sorry. With everything that these shisty people do, I don't believe nothing. I mean, until I can see it with my own eyes, mm-mm. I don't believe nothing that they say. They let these
Yeah.
itty bitty people slap on the hand, like I showed y'all on in New York. How these people stand in a uh top dollar hotel, these immigrants, and they can't even arrest these people. These people are committing crimes after crimes after crimes, and the police officers cannot even arrest them. And if they arrest them, they can't hold them but a few hours and let them go. Make it make sense.
Hmm. Exactly.
But then y'all
Everybody,
want to throw the
news
book at
got
us.
exactly. News got a good point. Everybody needs to look up Google a sample ballot for your district before you go vote.
Yes,
Yes,
yes. I
absolutely.
said that
That,
last night because they did say you can bring in paper, but you cannot bring in your phone. You can't bring your phone, but you can print out whoever you're going to vote for. You can have it. You can print it out on a piece of paper.
I shot time. I got you. I was just texting with shot time. She want those. What's good? Blessings, sis. Yeah, I don't remember all the names, sis, but I know you laying down. You getting your rest right now. I know you got to work, but I'm gonna send you the ones that I sent Nishi. The couple of names that I sent to, and them the ones that was. It was a couple of them that was Republican that was listed as Democrats on there. I'm gonna send it to you when I get off live.
Okay. I'm here. I'm here, Joe. Give me one. I'm just trying to take care of something real quick, but I promise you, I'm here, bro. Unless you gotta go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
No,
taking something
I'm
real
I'm
quick.
cool for a second.
Okay. All right.
Okay, no problem. Nu- Hey, news say when Trump wins, there's going to be trouble. All these unelected a-holes. I'm looking at UCIA trying everything under the sun to stop him from
See,
taking
remember
office.
we saw that
Man,
last night. That's what we saw
yo,
last night.
yeah, we saw
Hey,
that last
Shy.
night.
Hey,
But
Shy
see,
Town.
Putin said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Putin said that. He said that when he go back and forth and is in talks with the U.S. He don't even talk to the president. He say he talked to the CIA because them the ones that run the country low key. You know what I'm saying? He's like, but
He
when
did a,
he talked when
documentary. He did a documentary, and they had somebody else interpreting what he was saying, and He gave out a lot of clues on that documentary. And I mean, he gave out a lot of clues and he told us
Yeah,
a whole lot of
yeah,
stuff. But the only thing that people and come up Scammer keeps saying is that she believed that these people got him hoodwinked and all of this, and he just starstruck just to be around powerful people. Lady, ain't nobody like you. That man can talk. He can handle business. He know how to handle business. And Trump is the only president we've had that gone into the enemy's territory and wasn't afraid.
exactly. And wasn't afraid. And think about it. If Trump was in office, do people really think all this border crisis stuff would be
No,
going on right now?
no.
They told
And we
they
had
said that
more
man
money.
was
We
crazy
were
because he wanted to
saving
build the
money.
wall.
We were saving money.
Exactly.
We were not giving money away. These people, I mean, every time Zelensky come, a call, they sending millions and billions of dollars. People make it make sense.
Make it make sense. I was doing better too. Trump was in office. I took my son on a trip to Jamaica. I can't do nothing like that right now.
But listen,
So we
that's
was
what
out.
those young guys were
I'm trying to
saying,
figure
Jeff.
out what's
That's what they were saying. They created businesses, and now their
mm-hmm.
businesses are suffering since Biden been in office.
Hey sis, I got a guy that worked with me now that I just trained a couple weeks ago. This man, now we work at a company here, we get paid by the hour. This man had his own truck and trailer, two of them. He had to sell half of that and come work an hourly position just to make sure he had some for show
See,
money because it got so bad out here. So he, that's,
people
I
that
mean,
I
and
know, Jeff,
it's a
is
lot of
having to come out for retirement.
yeah, yeah. They have to come out and go back to work because it's just inflation is too ridiculous right now. And it's all due to this current administration's policies, and I don't understand how people got negative $6 in their account talking about they want to vote for Kamala Harris. It don't make sense.
That hey, it ain't making sense to me, and it ain't making sense to them. They just stupid. Stupid is what stupid does, and I'm sorry. That's what it is. I'm sorry. That's just as she called black men stupid. That's what I'm calling them. They stupid because you sitting up here talking about I'm voting for somebody because she black and it's a woman. You've got to be crazy.
And she sat up there. Not that it matters, but since we talking about she black, she married a Jewish man.
The,
So you
that
know
part.
she didn't even choose. So why would we sit up here and play identity politics because she's supposed to be black, which that is questionable, which in itself. Um,
And
but
who's locking
even
up?
if that was
Who's
the
locking
case,
up the who's locking up these artists? The Jews.
right?
They are
Exactly.
the ones
News say
locking up all of these artists. Huh? What Noob say?
he said, "Well, we got to talk offline, and me and the buddies about truck shipping. I know dudes that are looking for car shippers all the time. Hey, you know what? Yes, I got to talk to you because man, I definitely got to talk to you, bro. Because that's in line with what I do, with not what I do directly, but yeah, absolutely. Yo,
That's what I'm
provoke thoughts
talking
with her,
about.
bro. Yeah, there we go.
Hey, you
Okay.
gotta look out for
Hey,
one
I'm a
another.
provoke thoughts, man. What's up, bro? Yes, sir. Oh yeah. We got a link. I'm gonna send a link in the Give me a second. I'm gonna send a link in the chat. Lex says Dennis Rodman has more respect from those other countries than she does. That's a fact. Dennis
That's a
Rodman got
thousand
more
percent.
respect than Kamala Harris. Yeah,
Because remember,
man.
they were
Let me
saying
work on
they
this
were gonna
link.
send him to the to speak with Kim Jong Un, and Trump said no. I don't need nobody to send nobody. I'm going myself.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'll be
You hear
right
me?
back. I didn't hear you. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm trying to get this link. Okay, I think I figured it out. Y'all bear with me. This is my first time on the live with my phone. I normally have my laptop, so I'm getting used to navigating the system. But yeah, I got there go the link right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hop on. But yeah, this is crazy, man. And common sense can't be too common. Um, we gotta we gotta definitely, you know, not only get our vote on, but we gotta stay tight. We gotta stay prayed up in these times, these crazy times. People burning ballot boxes, you know. Um, it's just insane. Where we headed as a nation, I don't see how anybody could be a choice at this point. You feel me? Okay, we got the vote right here.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Yo, what's
Hey,
what's good with it, brother? How you feeling though?
another man sitting up at the
I
job
see.
by myself, and
Uh,
you know what I'm saying? This is not my normal look, y'all know that, but it's corporate day and we gotta be clean. So that's what I'm on today, man. How
I
y'all
see you
feeling?
over there looking dapper, my brother.
I'm
I see you
trying,
over
man.
there looking dapper, my brother.
I'm trying a little bit. I'm trying a little bit. How you doing, Miss Lady
Yes,
over there?
indeed.
I saw Niecy was up in here. How y'all feeling today?
Oh, she.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Niecy. I think she coming back. But yeah, they both here come Niecy back, but yeah, they I know Mika. She be right back too. But
So we
yeah,
gonna talk.
man,
We gonna
this
talk
stuff
about.
crazy, man.
I want to sit up here and talk about this bed wench that they trying to pass off as a future president.
Mm.
And we gonna call it like it is. This is a straight up 1700, 1800 house Negro bed wench that everybody is capping for, that's got her best interest at heart, with her unmasked over there with the Dems, and the white man that's over here trying to tell us that we free, we don't want to leave. That you sit up here,
Exactly.
I know you saw Club Shay Shay. Did you check that out?
Man, you know what? I saw the bits of clips. I didn't watch the whole thing. I
It
already
ain't worth it.
knew what
It
I'm
ain't
like.
worth
This is
it.
the wrong guy for that. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't worth it.
I love Shay. Yeah, I figured. I
If you
figured.
want to still like Shannon Sharp, don't watch that, because I don't like him no more. He just
Wow.
he either just as dumb or complicit as the
Yeah.
rest of them. He just is. You
Wow.
might have had a different opinion had you stayed on Fox Sports 1, but now that you over here with ESPN, now you got to shuck and jive, because now that's Disney. You feel me? So you got to shuck and jive. You got to ask her these questions.
Mm.
What in the world does what this woman eat for breakfast got to do with the fact that we out here struggling? They got to do with the fact that every price that we done paid over has been overpriced for the past 4 years. I bet you she ain't eating no damn bacon, because bacon high as hell. She talking about she eat the spinach and the eggs. Don't nobody give a
No,
shit
that's right.
what you eating. This is one of the first questions this dumbass asked her. He didn't get into none of the goods. None of the. I don't give a damn about her personality. It speaks for itself. This woman is inept at its best. You sit here, and just go to show you, Trump do a whole rally out in Madison Square Garden, where noobs predicted that if he was to do it, it was going to be as epic as what it was, with people hanging all outside, all in Times Square and shit. The prediction was absolutely 100% correct, Noobs. You was right. 100%. They have been working on the fact that this is, Nazi rally. It's a Nazi rally with all this white supremacy and all this. I'm trying to figure out if that comedian was a plant. Who in the hell is he?
Kill Tony?
But but I'm just saying, I mean, did they plant him though? Or Kill Tony?
You know who Kill Tony is, right?
Oh, well, I know who he is, man. Okay. But at the end of the day, the jokes themselves did not bother me at all. But what I'm saying is people are wondering, was he a plant or something? And I'm like, no, he actually told jokes.
They just don't know who he is.
He actually told jokes. And the thing about jokes is they're rooted in reality.
What kind of society do we live in?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What kind of society do we live in where comedians cannot be comedians?
Look, I've been telling people ever since they started attacking comedians that they was snatching something away from us. The comedian couldn't say nothing about a trans person, nothing about a gay person, nothing about a black. The only thing they could do is talk about themselves, I guess, and hope that people laugh. No, the best humor is when you laugh at the differences that people have. They want to talk about how Donald Trump is divisive. But these people have split the country down the middle. It's not about black and white. It's about good versus evil now. You over here on your evil side.
They've been propping up this protected class, these protected classes, ever since Obama went into office. And so they manufacture these protected classes out of thin air. Whatever it might be, gay people, black people, whatever the thing may be. And then they try to jam this down your throat. And that there is the definition of fascism.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to force you to think. Exactly. We're going to force you to think that a transgender walking into a woman's bathroom with his penis out is okay. It's fine. Yep. It's perfectly fine. Well, what are you talking about? Nothing to see.
Yep. I think everybody has already seen that video from that woman that went to the massage parlor and that dude come out all nut swinging and shit.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen that by now. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but you get, like I said, Kamala's not going to do another rally. I don't think so.
I don't think
she needs to stop doing interviews. She's lazy as hell.
Yeah.
This is the laziest person I've ever seen. She has a lazy look about her. Like you couldn't get her to do shit. She broke the record as vice president for having the most tie-breaking votes. That's the only thing that she was there for. When shit got to a point where it was a tie, she was the one to say to stay on the side of bullshit and pass all of Joe Biden. So she's the one, literally. Absolutely 100% literally. She is the person who screwed us over. If you got to decide and tie-breaking vote, and all of these things that's on the books right now, you voted for them, it's you. It ain't Joe Biden. It's your ass. So I'm going to blame you for this. High gas prices, migrant crisis, all of it. You was the deciding vote. I'm not finna give nobody no chance just because they black. I'm not finna give you a chance because you're purple. I'm not gonna give you a chance because you're a man, because you're a woman. None of that. I'm gonna give you a chance based off of how your policies reflect on what I want and need for my life. I don't give a damn about what somebody got to say, because what you have to say ain't got nothing to do with what you actually do. Actions speak louder than words. And that's where people getting it twisted now. When it comes to Trump, he's an action person. You can literally see his plan. It's a movement and they know it. They can't not say it. So what they have to do is just pick on anything. Oh, well, this guy told a joke 2 hours before Trump came on. So that clearly shows that Trump's racist. Are you kidding me? What the hell is that? And if anybody was to believe, I would just hope that turns so many people off because now you're insulting my intelligence. How does what somebody else, just because noobs like collard greens don't
Only if they're
mean,
washed in the bathtub.
yeah, only if, don't mean he voting for Kamala Harris. That don't mean nothing. You know, it doesn't mean he's racist. It doesn't, all of these things that they do to put us in these foul positions to feel like that, oh, you have to just, understand that, he brought him on there. Donald Trump don't do his entire line. He don't sit around and do the lineup of who's gonna be at his rallies. Do people realize that? Kamala ain't running none of her campaign. So you think that Trump running at all?
I don't think anybody's buying it. I really don't. I mean, not even the talking heads on MSNBC.
Look
Like,
here, trash is floating up on Puerto Rico as we speak, and that's what he was talking about. He was not talking about Puerto Rican people. He was talking about the Puerto Rican country.
And if anybody just went out and watched a Kill Tony show, then they would know that it amounted to nothing. But they don't know who he is, and they need some source of fake outrage in order to make a headline because they're not smart enough to come up with anything else. I mean, anybody who's ever watched a Kill Tony show would know that is just like right down the bowling lane for him. That's his deal.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, so basically, we're looking at a situation where we knew it was a joke. Everybody within shouting distance of it knew that it was a joke. Anybody with a brain knew, ha ha ha, he was joking. He jokes, he jokes.
And I mean, if the joke don't sting, then it doesn't stick. You know what I mean?
Right. But that was the only thing that they could land on in that rally.
Yep.
You notice that?
Yeah, and so there you go, folks. There's your October surprise. All right.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is a Nazi. There you go. That's all you get.
He basically, the man is racist by proxy.
Right.
By straight up proxy.
He don't even have to tell the joke himself.
Nope.
Just the fact that a joke is being taken and blown out of context, just so the left can have a talking point to try to trash something that was epic, that being in itself just shows how desperate they are,
Hey, and everybody on this panel, I mean, y'all a bunch of white supremacists.
Man,
right?
because you have conservative values and you want to make a paycheck and a living, so y'all white supremacists.
Yep.
Don't forget that part.
I'm not randomly waking up in the morning like, I feel like chopping my penis off.
Yeah.
No, hey.
Come on, kids. Let's go chop our penises off.
I promise, man. It's crazy. We live in it's bizarro world. And it's like, I'm just trying to figure out what world are these people living in where the economy's good, where all this stuff's happening. I mean, where are they living?
Hey, but can you be surprised? Because, I mean, you got these dudes with beards and dresses going restaurant to restaurant to restaurant, waiting for somebody to call them sir so they can just go fly off the handle and get their 15 minutes of fame on YouTube if they can. And I mean, even that now, everybody is just so bored with it. It's like, dude, take your bearded, ugly ass, go home and put a microwave dinner in if you don't want to be called sir, jackass.
You know what? And it's crazy because they try to liken it to the civil rights movement.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we weren't bombarding and storming in places, getting pissed off because people weren't recognizing that we were black. Obviously, we knew that.
Well, for a time, but that was a different time.
But What tends to give me pause is the fact that these transgenders and all this stuff run around here looking for the negative attention, because other than that, they'd get none. Other than that, ain't nobody paying you no attention. So that's why you gotta act a fool and be flamboyant and get there. Oh my God, they're disrespecting me. No, you're disrespecting yourself. You know, if I was to wake up one day and decide that I didn't want
Exactly.
my body parts no more, I'm certifiably insane. Something has broken inside of me. And there's no doubt in my mind that it has.
We were just saying the same thing, bro.
Something done
We were
broke with
just
me.
saying the same thing. That is a psychological issue. That's a
Yeah.
psychological issue. You know.
Yeah, something's 100% broken. And there is no way that we can sit here and act like it's not. I mean, it's exactly what Trump calls it. It's transgender insanity. Because it's insane. Because no matter how many
Hmm.
penises you chop off, you ain't gonna be able to create a woman. Ain't gonna happen. You ain't gonna get rid of the fact that your daddy and your mama or whoever did anything to you. It's not gonna happen. What result are you expecting from this? Buyer's remorse, more than likely, because you're gonna realize you needed that penis for something or another come down the line. Because the Lord don't put it on you if you don't need it. You know, unless it's a malignant mole or something. But
Yeah.
other than that, I
Even
think
then,
that,
you probably did something. You needed it.
just to learn your lesson.
Yeah.
I feel you, man. But like I said, man, Jeff, man, news. We are 7 days away. And I'm contemplating either voting early or going on election day or voting early. I'm like, every day it's a
Yeah, man.
huh? I kind of want to get it out the way, but then I kind of want to be around the people
Oh
to
no, I
just
was
see it.
saying, yeah,
Huh? What was you saying, man? I think I lost you
oh, I
there.
think I got a short delay, but no, I was just agreeing with you that I think we got a short delay.
Mm-hmm. 7 whole days, man. And we going and you know what? Ain't no find out. We know who's winning. We know who already won. The only reason why he would ever lose this election is if they cheat, which is Noob's ballpark because he says the damn straight they gonna cheat. I believe it's gonna be some cheating involved. It
Oh,
already
no
has
doubt.
been. It already has been. Okay, this I know, but we can't have any more elections like that. We can't. I mean, that last one they got away with it. This one, it ain't gonna work.
I hope not.
It's
Lost everybody. I'm the only one here. Hey, Derek. Jeff, where you at?
All right, can you hear me?
There we go. Now I got you. Like we lost you and Provoke for a bit. Jeff, you on there? Oh, I'm gonna start doing show tunes now. What's going on? I am her. Hey, come in the come chat. Let me find. Oh, the link's up there. We're having technical difficulty. All right. So hey, while we're waiting for Jeff to get back, there's something else I want to talk about, and I brought this up before, and that is the person whose job it is in the White House during the election to certify the election. Anybody got any idea who that person is?
Oh
Be the
well, I'm
vice.
back.
Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, whose job is it to certify the election?
Wow, you know what? I would say it's all of our jobs at this point.
No, 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 no. Whose responsibility by law is it to certify the presidential election results? Any idea?
No.
It's the Vice President of the United States. Guess who's
Wow.
filling that role right now? Guess whose job it is to certify the 2024 election?
Wow.
Cackling Whore Harris.
Wow.
So
I'm
how is
heard what's
this going to
going
roll?
on. That's crazy.
So you guys remember all of the fuss that we had during the 2016 election when it was Mike Pence's job to certify the election. And all he had to do, if he smelled anything funny whatsoever, is to put off that certification until the discrepancies could be accounted for or fixed. None of that shit happened. And so I'll bet you it happens this year, though, because when Trump wins, Kamala is going to have a problem with that. And she's going to refuse to certify the election. That's the first step. And so I think the fireworks aren't going to actually begin until after the 5th of November, between the 5th and the 20th. And then I will be surprised personally if our elected president is even sworn in by the 20th.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. I didn't realize that it was the vice president's job. Wow.
Mm-hmm. And so,
Uh
I see a couple of possibilities, in our near future. And one of them could kick off, a civil war. If the establishment doesn't do what is required in order to put our duly elected president into office, then it's going to be a shitstorm. And so y'all better have all your fucking toilet paper.
man. Yeah. Yeah, from now until January, we gotta be on point, stock up on
Yeah,
everything. Yeah, 'cause
yeah.
this is like it's gonna be a rough ride.
I think so, man. I think so. Because they've got all these halfwits sitting in a room right now, plotting and scheming for everything that their little pea brains can come up with to stop Trump from taking office on the 20th of January.
Yeah, yeah. I seen something with Hillary saying that hey, if Trump get in office, I'm in the country.
I hope she leaves the country.
Like, is it
We've
that
heard,
deep?
yeah. I mean, who else was it? Celine Dion. She's still floating around. That bitch was supposed to leave the country in what was it? The first time Trump got elected in 2016. You know, she's still floating around. All these crazy people. I gotta
Right,
leave
right,
the country. Yeah, here's a sack lunch, bitch. Hit the road.
right. Peace. Yeah, yeah. That just right there just puts everything in perspective as how serious this election is and
Yeah, I
how
think it's gonna be
this lady
trouble,
was
man.
not even voted in. Yeah,
Nope.
this lady wasn't voted in. So now she, I mean, just on the strength of that, that she's the running candidate. That should be something that should be debated, like talked about. Like, what if there's an issue with the transfer of power, like Alexa just said here? Like, we just got to watch out for BlackRock and Vanguard because when Trump wins, the transfer of power would be tricky. That's my belief. I agree.
Yep.
Hey y'all, I'm back. I had to take care of some very, very, very important business. So I'm sorry about that, bro. It's something I
Oh
had to really
no,
take care of.
no, I'm good, sis. I know you got a lot to do. You got to take care of. And I had kind of
Yeah.
got kicked out, and I hope Derek gets back. I dropped the link for him again. Shout out to Am Her came in the chat. But yeah, you know what? Noobs is on here now. He just brought something to my attention that's crazy. So, hey, cause you asked the question, Noobs, about who got who's responsible for the election going right.
Yep. Who's responsible for certifying the election in a presidential race?
I'm sorry,
Any,
what was that news?
who
Go
is
ahead.
who is responsible for certifying the election in a presidential race? Any idea?
No?
It's
Uh-uh.
the vice president. And so you remember back in 2016, Mike Pence was being pressured by conservatives not to certify the election until an investigation could be done, and he refused, and he certified the election anyway. Okay? And that's why everybody's all pissed off at Mike Pence because he didn't have the balls to do his job. But
Mm.
this year, it's Kamala's responsibility to certify the election. So what do you think is going to happen?
Mm, mm, mm. And that makes sense why she was selected and not elected.
Hmm. Well, yeah, for a lot of reasons, but yeah, this definitely falls in line with their plans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
And
you mean
I
to tell me
wow,
she has the power to, even if it's a landslide, she has the power to say that basically she doesn't to challenge it in a sense.
yes, she can refuse to certify the election pending an investigation. Now, what happens after that, I'm not clear on. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, if she refuses to certify the election, I don't know what happens after that.
Mm. Yeah, this
Because,
could get
I haven't been
crazy.
alive where we've been in that territory before.
Hmm. Man, oh man.
Yeah. And so,
The only
that is
logical thing I could think,
Dang.
yeah, that's the first stop that has me, concerned.
So
You
that
know,
would basically give her an extension, would give them an extension to stay in power, right?
right. And not only that, we all know how these and I'm going to use your word extensions go. It all happens behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what kind of bullshit are they going to come up with in that meeting with no oversight, with nobody standing there with the camera, with nobody sitting there recording what is being said and what's being done? How is that all going to work out? I can only imagine.
Wow.
And so,
So
and if
you
Trump,
basically it's one of the
that's
things where we're voting, but it's like we do need to everybody need to vote, but it's like they have the last say so in a sense. It's some bull crap.
if they have the last say so, like I said, I don't know what happens after that. If she refuses to certify the election pending an investigation, and all of this investigation goes on behind closed doors, and we get dick out of the investigation as far as facts and that sort of thing, just like we did when that ass clown that took a shot at Trump. How much do we know about him now? Crooks. We know nothing about Crooks because it was left up to these letter agencies to go find out what happened and relay to us the information, which has never happened. Even the Florida investigation, we got the governor of Florida telling us, oh, we're taking this shit over and we're going to tell the public everything that we find. How much news have you heard? I know that he's sitting in court
Yeah.
waiting on trial, but I mean, we haven't got shit as far as, we still don't even know how he paid for all those trips back and forth to Ukraine and that sort of thing. So where's all the transparency? So, yeah. Now, if Trump wins the popular vote, they're going to have a really hard time pushing some bullshit. But I think that they are willing to push it into a civil war because it has been my opinion for a
Ah.
long time that
Oh,
these people, that Joe Biden, that Kamala Harris, that Chuck Schumer, that all of these people, they have a clear and present plan to try to destroy this nation as much as they possibly can. And it's been said before, like all of this shit going on with Ukraine and Israel and Iran and everything else, that they are trying to provoke this country and get this country into a situation that they think is so screwed up that Trump is not going to be able to get us out of it.
Okay, it
Because what do
says,
they
mm-mm.
care?
according to the Constitution, it says the person having the greatest number of votes for president shall be the president. If such number of majority of the whole number of electors, okay, that's for the electors. And if the House of the Representatives shall not choose a president whenever the right of choice shall devolve upon them before the fourth day March next following, then the vice president shall act as president, as in case of death of whatever. That's in case of
Right.
death.
Oh, in case Joe kicks the bucket, which could happen. I mean, I don't
Mm,
put it
mm,
past
mm.
them. I don't put it past them to take out Joe if it suits their agenda. They'd knock him off in a heartbeat if they thought they could get away with it.
Yeah, can't put nothing past nobody in this situation.
Yep. We'll find out like on January 6th that, Biden slipped on a bar of soap or something.
Wow. Mm. Yeah, that's something, man. Definitely gonna do some more research on that. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay,
oh man,
Yep.
I appreciate
President
you giving us that information.
oversee the count. What? The
But
vice
yeah,
president can still oversee the counting of electoral college votes if they are a presidential candidate.
Yeah. How screwed up is that?
That's crazy.
How
wow.
screwed up is that? Because I think at one point they expected people, to just do the right thing. And we live in an age where, the right thing is, whatever stupid shit they got in their mind at that very millisecond.
Mm.
Crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, you know, oh, I think,
Wow.
I mean, we are as close to being at war with each other than any time since the Civil War.
And that's the 12th Amendment.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll have
I
to give
agree.
that
The
a good
temperature
read
out here
later.
is yeah, the temperature out here is really, really, you know, it's really intense right now.
Yep.
So for something like that to kick off, yeah, that'll be crazy. And she's sitting up there, just got put in that spot and
And she
they
was
knew
not
what they were
elected.
doing. Now,
She was not elected.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. She couldn't win any election that
yes.
she got into. She's never won an election.
Hmm. Wow. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do some more
Mm.
research on that to see what would happen after that. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah.
And then after you get
But
done
yeah,
reading
y'all.
it,
Okay, it says what happens when the hold on for a minute. Here it is. What happens when election officials refuse to certify results? What was once seen as nothing more than a procedural parts of the elections process has in the past two elections cycles evolved into something of a battlefield in the election denial movement. By all accounts, election certification is somewhat of a mundane statutory task. After tabulating all ballots in person, mail in, provisional, absentee, local election officials certify that the ballot count is complete and accurate. The process is then repeated by election officials on the state level and in the case of presidential election in Congress by giving how former oh, they always want to use President Trump. A recent Rolling Stone investigation found that there are at least 70,000 election officials in key swing states with a history of promoting conspiracy theories related to the 2020 election.
they can call it a conspiracy theory all they want. We all know what happened. I mean, I was one of the folks that was sitting there watching it live, when the count stopped and backed up and then they
Mm-hmm.
all went dark,
Yes.
you know, bunch of bullshit. And then you got the blue-haired fucking
Hmm.
morons out there just swallowing
Yeah.
whatever bullshit
Like
they put out there.
Okay, so they create a board. They have a
like J
board
Rock
that they
said, seems like the fix is in.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's always a fix. Now, whether or not they're able to fix it good enough is what we're waiting to see. Because I mean, it goes without saying that they're cheating their ass off at every turn.
yeah, because anybody still trying to cover up the dirty deeds of Fannie Willis. Sorry, I don't trust you.
Yeah. Oh man. That's the other thing that we're not getting any transparency on, you know. So you see like little clips here and there. Oh well, Fanny is in the courtroom doing this or courtroom doing that, but they don't ever tell the whole story. And there ain't no cameras in federal courtrooms, so we don't have that resource. This is more of that closed door bullshit that I keep talking about. That
Yeah.
way, if they
Yeah,
if
this
they screw
shady.
it all up,
This shady. It-
then we don't have the information necessary to contest it, except for whatever they tell us are official records, which is
mm,
horseshit. Official records.
Okay, it says as okay.
right.
It's occurred in Arizona, Georgia, New Mexico, Pennsylvania, and other states in recent years. That the short answer is there's a mechanism in place to ensure elections are certified.
Yep, that's going to be a speed bump. Because even if they had a piece of paper that
Okay, it
said,
said it allows state
Yeah.
election
But that's
officials
why
to take over
these conversations are
certification.
necessary.
Yes, it allows state law the state law allows state election officials to take over certification in the local level if a local official refuses to certify. Uh,
Right. And those are the alternate electors that we talked about in 2016 that the Dems are trying to make it illegal. You know, they're trying to make it a crime for Trump to challenge the 2016 election.
well, that's part of the Constitution.
I know that. And so, you know, how is it that they're trying to criminalize it now? That's what I mean. The rules don't apply to them. And so that's why I have such a concern about the vice president being the person in charge of certifying the election, because that she's going to use that position to whatever extent that she can to try to ensure that Donald Trump doesn't take the presidency. And so we're going to hear arguments that we've probably never heard before in the history of the U.S., you know, in this coming election.
Yep, I believe that. News. I believe that.
It says, do we need to be worried about rogue election officials disrupting the 2024 election? Yes and no. As of the Rolling Stone article noted, and as Mark Ellis explained in his latest column, we are going to see mass refusals to certify the elections because of the GOP is counting on the fact that if they don't certify in several small counties, you cannot certify these statewide results.
Yep. So buckle up, everybody.
Dang.
So they really trying to say us pretty much.
Yeah. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if it's a conservative challenging the election, then it's a felony. If it's a Democrat challenging the election, then it's okay.
Exactly.
Golly, this.
This so
Oh
crazy,
man, it
man.
is.
They always got some
Federal
type of
judge
loophole.
dismisses part of right-wing lawsuits seeking the purge Illinois voters. Wow.
Yeah, well, you got to consider the source. You're reading from a Rolling Stone article. You know,
Hmm. Man, that's a crazy twist in this whole dilemma right here. This is the craziest election ever. But
I
you
think it's
know,
about to be. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
AP News says vice president doesn't have power to change the outcome of the election.
No, but she can hold it up. She can hold it up.
What happened if the vice president refuses to certify the electoral college? There is no such thing as the vice president certifying electoral votes.
I don't know what that means.
So is that just for the popular vote?
Um, it says votes instructed by the president.
Uh, do you think there will be a possibility of a runoff in this presidential election?
I don't think
That's a good
so.
question.
I don't think so either.
Uh,
I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna be a runoff.
Uh-uh. Nuh-uh. I think when it really comes down to it, I think the actual shellacking that she has coming from real votes is going to be epic. And so that's what they're going to fight. They're going to be fighting that shellacking.
oh, that's another one. Say news back here. Is this Derek
What's that?
just trying to get on?
Oh, I don't know. I don't see nobody. I don't have the same view in your StreamYard that I got in Provokes.
Oh yeah, because here's the type of vote. I don't know who this is. Might be a troll. Oh
Oh,
wow, yeah, yeah.
bring on the trolls.
I was trying to see who it
Probably Big Vi. You know how he likes to sneak in.
was. See.
You know what? These people ain't, man, these people, good God Almighty. Everything
There
in here is about Trump.
you go, dudes. There's me voting in 2016 and 2024.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I'm getting used to this off my phone with the live, but yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh, they
uh,
trying to say Mike Johnson cannot stop the House from certifying the election, but he can try. You people ain't nothing.
oh, the Speaker of the House, dude. That dude
Yes.
concerns me too because yeah, him and Raffensperger in Pennsylvania, that cheating ass.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess from hey, the way you talking, news, come November the 5th, we won't know anything. November
That
the 6th is probably.
that is my prediction
Hmm.
that we on the
Hmm.
5th of January we are going to still be in limbo, and I think we will probably be in limbo all the way up to the 20th of January.
Wow.
So that's going
Yeah,
to
because
be like
she could delay it, but
15 days of pure rocket
Okay, it
science
said
right
what
there.
would have happened if Pence had not certified the election results. In principle, nothing different. As vice president and president of the Senate, Pence's duties did not include certifying the election results. The president of the Senate shall, in the presence of the Senate and House of Representatives, open the certificates, and the votes shall then be counted.
And who's the president of the Senate?
the
That's
vice
Carla,
president.
isn't it?
It's the vice president.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. We're back where we started.
Hey, and everybody talk about she the vice president. She doesn't have any power.
Right, right. And
She can't
so,
do anything.
I mean, here we are. We got Nisimo reading it right off of the page, and we still don't know how it's going to roll because oh well, the vice president has no authority to certify or not certify the election. It's the president of the Senate that has this authority. Oh wait, who's that? Oh, it's the vice president. Okay, thanks, assholes. That's really good. Whoever wrote this,
Yeah.
perfect. Appreciate it.
Hey, no, you see how the House of Representatives have been trying to like be like a
Okay, now
whistleblower.
listen,
They've been
this is
trying to
what it
ring the
did
bell.
say. Okay, it says now in practice, it's conceivable that if Pence had refused to do his constitutional duty and had attempted to interfere in the certification of the electoral votes, the outcome might have been different. But any such change in outcome would have most likely have been in violation of the Constitution.
Right. Which we
But
all know they have no problem doing.
they don't have no problem with violating the. They don't even
Exactly.
consider. They don't even look at the Constitution. It
Exactly.
only
Most of them have
applies
never
to
even read
some.
it. Yep. They get on the news thing and that sort of deal, and they talk a bunch of shit about, how Trump is a threat to our democracy, but they've never once given an example of how this is true.
Because first of all, only thing they can keep in their mind is Donald Trump, January 6th, and they just want to keep that posted everywhere they can possibly post it.
Yeah, and it's not working for them. Not working for them. Just like the Hitler thing is not working for them.
Yeah, that's outdated. Cause
What
some of these
news do
talking
you
points.
think? Do you,
What
Go
the
ahead.
hell? It said
sorry.
a small group. What if Pat was uncertain if Pence objected to Biden's win? A small group of House Democrats huddled to contemplate what they would do if then Vice President Mike Pence uh, tried to overturn the presidential election. Anybody ask you to overturn nothing?
Nope.
We
What
telling
he
you to
what they would have asked for is a recount.
a recount.
Yep. And I think we're going to see that, even though the election results will be clear to us, because we're going to be on here live all night long watching the election.
Yep.
And so, we're going to see it real time, and this time I think it'll be better because, if we get a good panel going and that sort of deal, and we see the shenanigans like we did in 2016, man, we're not even going to be able to hear each other speak because everybody's going to be so pissed off.
Man. We
Yeah.
got to decide who all gonna be live, who panel we gonna be on.
Yep. Yep. So we'll have to get our collective junk together so that,
And make sure you're gonna be on, and don't be saying you're gonna be on and then it going off and all of that. Because we need to
yeah,
be
we're
on
gonna
and
have,
we need to
we're gonna
see
have
it
to
to the
figure
end.
out either your channel or Provoked or Big Vi, or you guys work it out
Or
and
we
let
can
us
all
know what
combine.
the
We can
channel.
probably,
Yeah.
yeah. We work it out on if there's some way we can combine all our audiences together, or
Yep.
you
I
know,
think it would be good if everybody live could be joined. Everybody live going at the same time,
Yeah. And one links to the other. I know
yeah,
and
YouTube
one
has
links
that
to the
capability
other.
somehow
Yeah.
because it's going to be a long night. There's going to be people coming in and going out. I know that I'm usually only good for about 2 hours at a time, and then I need a break. You know what I mean?
hmm
That would be good, because it actually helped promote each channel.
Yeah. Well, that and we'll
right,
just have
right,
we'll just
right.
have full coverage the whole time, and so and with Derek's channel, we can hot swap because I'm able to do most of what he does, in the studio and that sort of deal. And then you and Big Vi, you just got to have somebody, if we're on your channel at a particular time or whatever, just somebody there that can hit the buttons and do the controls and that sort of deal.
hmm
In
Yeah,
case we
maybe
have
we could
somebody fall off.
work out,
Yeah.
like a 2 hour slot, like somebody do from
Yep.
9 to 11, somebody from 11 to 1. We'll
Exactly.
work
And
it out.
so, yep. And so, like on your channel, at least for election night, like if you've got Provoke Thoughts and Big Vi as administrators on your channel, and they've got you guys on their channel as administrators, at least for the election, that if somebody falls off, we'll always have somebody there, that has controls, for the studio while it's going on.
Right,
Yep.
Okay, JD Vance
absolutely.
says he wouldn't have certified the race until states submitted. Um, um, all the states had you come back with a recount.
Right. Right. And that's what's supposed to happen. If they don't certify the election, then, that's basically asking the states to go back and recount all of their votes and,
And we
provide.
never got the counts from Georgia right, because
Right.
remember that was still
Well,
counts
we
from
never got the
Georgia.
counts for any of the swing states right because I mean,
And
you look
right,
at Maricopa
exactly.
County cheated in Arizona. So Arizona was BS in 2016. Um Pennsylvania, BS in 2016. Georgia, BS in 2016.
And they had dead people that
Yeah,
stuff come up in their on their election in their elections.
And I don't
People that's been
understand,
dead.
I don't understand how they go to these judges and this judge comes back with a decision that says, "Oh, well, you have to keep, that 1,000 uh uh illegal immigrants on the voting rolls." Well, first of all, the court has zero jurisdiction over that. The judiciary's process in the whole scheme of voting is to prosecute those people who broke the law. They have no part in making the laws, no part in making the decisions about who should be on the voter rolls and who should not be on the voter rolls. That is their and the position escapes my brain at the moment, but that is their. They have people for that. God, I hate it when a word just plops out of my brain. But yeah, they don't have the authority to make those decisions about voter rules. It was never them.
Okay, they are saying Vance said he would have asked for new electoral instead of certifying 2020 election results.
Yes.
And I would have too.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
But you know that
It's getting even more
it's
interesting day by
Arizona
day.
this time. I think the electors are coming out of Arizona, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I know each state got its own electoral.
But I think, but everything is based.
Yeah, I'm
I'm thinking that they saying something about Arizona is going to be the actual state that they're going to be looking at um, uh, everything coming out of. I'm assuming, and why I don't know.
oh okay, okay. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. We're gonna do some more research on that.
They
Our
need to
battery
cut
for the
that out.
day, but
Talking
we're
about
gonna we
final
gonna come
results
back.
may lag in deadlock. Ain't gonna be no deadlock.
Not this time.
Nah, maybe we could come back a little later tonight and chop it up a little more. I'm gonna do a little bit more research on this stuff here.
Yeah, man. We'll get into it.
Okay. I'm finna do me some
Yeah.
research on
All
this one.
right.
This is when I got my mind going. Because I don't recall that. I don't recall seeing that.
The
And they don't have any
Yeah.
legislature,
information
In the
on it.
meantime, oh yeah, go ahead.
it's the
No, I was just
legislature in
saying
each
they
of the
don't have anything.
states that make
Huh?
up. It's the legislature in each of the states that make up the rules for the voting in that state. And
Mm-hmm.
so, and that's what I mean when I say, the judiciary has no process in this. They can't come up and make decisions about who should be on the voter rolls because it's not in their purview. Their job is to prosecute criminals, and that's it, not make up rules. And so they're violating a lot of the state constitution
Mhm.
just by this judge opening his mouth in the manner that he did.
Okay, and you know what, Noobs, you're absolutely 1,000% right because I remember what's his name? Doctor what's his name? Oh my gosh, he's on the tip of my tongue. Uh he just spoke on that. He's and because
Hmm.
he was on he worked with uh what president was that? Carter. I think it was Carter. He was with Carter. And he was talking about, how these judges want they have violated on so many levels uh putting their 2 cents in where it's not supposed to be. And
Right.
that's because people don't really understand the Constitution and understand their rights.
Well, and
Uh,
you'd think they would have learned from the last time, because all of these last minute rules that they made up, in using, COVID as the excuse,
mm-hmm.
they turned right back around after it was all over and the dust settled and said, "Oh, well, these decisions made by these courts are against the Constitution."
Yep.
But they didn't ever do any goddamn thing to fix any of it. They just pressed on. It's like, "Oh, well, so sad," you know.
But see, remember, that's why I kept saying, Jeff, remember I said it was our body was their body during COVID, but it's my body when you want to have
Oh yeah.
want to have these mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? That's funny, isn't
Right.
it?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yep. Oh, it's my body. I can do whatever I want, but you
It's
better wear a
convenient when
mask.
it's convenient.
Yep.
But I
Yep.
think that's just something that they've been pandering for a while. The whole with my body, my choice, because it's always been a woman's right to do what she want to do. So when it comes down to, her body, but to me, I just can't believe that we're in a time now where it's just like that is the promotion of A, B, and babies. That is what this world is running off of.
I
But
know,
see,
Like
and
is
I'll
it?
tell you,
But
I
it's the man's baby as well. So you
yeah.
excluding him
it
And
out of
so
is.
it.
I hold women to the same standard that I hold men. All right?
Exactly.
And Provoke Thoughts and we go back and forth on this all the time. Because sometimes, Provoke Thoughts in his head, he's like, "Hey man, I got this woman pregnant or whatever. I should have the same rights and part in the decision making process as everybody else." Now, my contention has always been that, dude, as soon as you unzip your pants, that is when your decision making process ends. All right.
Hmm.
Now, with having said that, this is what I mean when I say I hold women in the same regard. Man, as soon as she laid down and take that dude, that's when her decision ends, because now there is another life in the equation.
Thank you.
Exactly.
So it ain't just up to
Exactly.
her, and it ain't just up to him. All right. If
What
you
about the
want to
baby?
make a decision, that's right, about your body, then you keep your knees
Mhm.
together until such time as that it is appropriate,
Oh,
like
baby,
you
they
trying to make
went
a
back.
baby.
I'm gonna give y'all something on that one. Y'all, oh my God. The lady said they was on a panel. It was on Fox Soul. I mean, she went hard. I can do what I want to do. If I don't want to have the baby, I ain't got to have the baby. And so the man said, "Well, what about I don't want you to have the baby. You don't have no wants." He said, I had wants when I laid down. You gave me some wants when I laid down with you. So now you telling me I have no wants. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the same thing when you go ahead on and have this baby, and I tell you I don't want any kids. You make sure you're able to take care of that baby. Don't look for me
Mm.
to pay child support for that baby.
And now I'll go back to what I said before. All right, that dude's decision to pay or not to pay for that baby that he created ended when he laid down with that woman.
Exactly.
And so, all the
Exactly.
dudes that happen to be
Yep.
listening out there,
I
I'm
agree.
telling you right now, that is where your decision making process ends. All right. So, if you don't want to be a daddy, if you want to have rights over, the child that you help create and all that kind of stuff, then you have to plan to the point where you lay down with that woman. Not afterward. I don't want to hear you crying afterward. I don't want to hear
Mm-hmm.
your crying afterward about your pocketbook and all the things that you lost because you got this woman knocked up. Dude, that ship has sailed. You should have used that brain of yours before, Mr. Willie took you over to that girl's house.
And my thing is, I just don't understand how a woman can. You got all of these rights that you feel like you can have, and he's telling you, "Well, if you're pregnant, I want you to have my baby, but I don't want to have your baby." What do you mean you don't want to have my baby? You should have thought about that.
They both should have thought
But
about that.
but again, that again, that goes back to weaponizing of power.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's the same thing that we say, like the government and how they are weaponizing the power in certain situations. But I feel like with a woman, like in a man, he should have just as much. They could say all day, well, my it's my body, it's my choice. But at the end of the day, like, a woman can't impregnate herself. So
Right.
that to me, it goes both ways. And I feel like women weaponize that because they feel like, well, I can do that. Because a lot of times when they do it, they are going off of emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of the women that do that, they go off of emotions. It's either I'm mad with the baby, if I don't want him to be my eye, or something. You understand?
Yep.
Or it's rare that, okay, well, I'm gonna do this because I feel like I can't take care of this child. I just feel like it's used now as like a form of just birth, like
And
you
it
just
ain't
go and ain't
love for
me.
the baby.
You
It's
know, and
not love for the baby.
nope, and I think it's used as a bludgeon, because we're all familiar with the victimhood mentality that has creeped into society now. All right. And so now it's like, oh, look at me. Oh, and these chicks are propped up as heroes too.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm an unwed mother. I'm such a hero. I'm so brave. Bullshit. You ain't
And then
brave.
too, think about it, y'all. Okay, let's say for instance, a man, and a woman, they get together, what have you. They both know what they're doing in their right mind. They're intimate. Then later on he decides that he wants to move on with somebody else. Okay, well, she's upset because he's moved on with somebody else. Next thing you know, out of the woodworks, he SA'd me. Are you kidding me?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Or, my one of the classics and one of my favorites is, that mad woman who's about to lose her man for whatever reason, she starts sabotaging, birth control products and that sort of deal. Mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm, mm.
So I just don't. I mean, this is deep conversation, because this is something that need to be had across the world, period.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, right is right, wrong is wrong, and they need to stop it with the nonsense about even with the age thing. Because I'm looking at stuff now where you got a 10-year-old boy caught with a gun. Okay, he caught with a gun, so he getting ready to get crucified. But if he wants his sex change, oh,
Right.
he don't have to have the
Right.
consent of his parents.
Right.
This stuff is crazy.
Yep. Yep. And then, and I mean, this is I don't know, how long you all want to go on this afternoon or whatever, but I mean, we've got more than 360,000 minor age children that are missing in this country. Missing. Been brought over the border and just disappeared. Handed
Hmm.
off to whatever degenerate was available to take them with no paperwork. Don't even know who they are. Don't know where they're going or where they've been. And we got border patrol agents,
Huh.
who are facilitating these things, and they're caught between a rock and a hard place. They got a wife, they got kids, they got mouths to feed, rent to pay, and so,
And then they claiming they being underpaid.
yep. And I mean, it's a no-win situation for them. I mean, I try to think of that all the time. You know, let's say I'm a U.S. Border Patrol agent. I've been on the job for 15 years. I got 5 more years to go before, I can retire and maybe go, do something else or live the quiet life or whatever. And then here you got your bosses. And I'm not just talking about the one dude that you talk to every day, all of his bosses too, coming down and saying, hey, this is what you're going to do. You're going to go to this location. You're going to pick up these human assets and you're going to deliver them to this location. And you're not going to say shit. You're not going to talk to the press, and you're not going to do anything except for delivering these trafficked humans to the, the place that we designate. And so, what do you do at that point? You know, I know that the morally acceptable answer is, man, you got to quit that job and go to the press. And some people have, but there's just as many people that are like, man, I'm going to be living on the street if I don't do what they're telling me to do. The corruption is, oh,
And the corruption, as we stated last night, y'all, it starts at the White House.
yep.
So do you
Well,
think
it starts with the letter agencies, I think, and trickles down to the White House.
uh-huh. Do you think that Trump already know he probably already know what's in place, what he's gonna have to go through
Oh,
um
better than we do.
if he wins the election? I wonder, is it something that he has in, is there anything that we may not know about that may be in place that he can, you
I
know,
guarantee there is. I guarantee there is. And that's
yeah.
why we all sitting here, talking about October surprise and everything. And that's why we're sitting here talking about, the time, the days, the hours, the minutes between when the election should be certified on the 5th of January and when the president should be inaugurated on the 20th. And we're all sitting here, and you guys are doing the same thing I am. You're all sitting here waiting for the other shoe to drop.
But noobs, you do know that because it was brought up again from CNN that November is the month that they supposed to sentence him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's going to fall on deaf ears, I think. You know, I mean, who's buying it?
Nobody.
Nobody.
But they got some stuff in their
Oh,
left
yeah.
pocket, back pocket, right pocket.
Yep.
They trying everything that they can.
Yeah. And, the Supreme Court has been a big letdown. They need to be inserting themselves into these things before, they get to work. I mean, this whole crap with that, dipshit wannabe fucking special prosecutor, Jack Smith. His real name is John, by the way. John Smith. The fake special counsel. Where does this ass clown come from? Got his bearded freaking nutsucker chin guard.
And the question that I have never, maybe y'all have, but I've never seen um, uh, um, a Supreme Court judge out here doing as much talking as that lady that what's her name?
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
That woman is doing a lot of talking.
Yeah, yep. But she's like Kamala. She don't have a brain cell between her freaking ears. She's the DEI hire for the Supreme Court.
I just can't believe she's doing all this talking.
I can because I mean, geez, uh, name me somebody from that side who doesn't do a bunch of talking. You know?
You need some?
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we can come back this
All
evening.
right, y'all.
Kick it on
Yeah.
over here or whatever.
Yep. I'll look for y'all.
Yeah,
I might be out. I might be out tonight, but I'll look for y'all whenever I come back.
Okay.
Okay then, y'all. We'll chop it up a little later.
Okay. I'll talk to y'all later. Love
All right.
y'all.
Peace,
Bye
everybody.
bye.
Okay, y'all.
All
Have a
right.
good
Bye bye.
day.
Peace
All right.
and love.